Well, I was getting ready to put this together to see where we're going to be at with the bell housing fitting up against this pipe and all that jazz. You really don't want to change nothing, but these two top bolts fit good. They're on, but these here don't have no way to screw them down, and they're not long enough. They're just like coming to the end of the hole, or they're like a whole ½ inch short of going all the way through. Right here you can see, if you can see that, it's to the back of the hole. It just ain't all the way through, and I need some nuts. So some of those should have been a little bit longer. No big deal. I'm going to call him up and see what's going on. I was going to try to put this in today. So we'll see what he has to say. I got the motor down, it's hanging. So I'm going to move it around, get it out of the way, get this one ready to go in. I got to pull this bell housing off and fit it up to this plate. All these are tapped. I don't have a doubt in my mind that the bell housing is going to go on, but with the bolts, yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts need to be longer, and I need nuts. They don't have no threads, no nothing. I'm gonna call him up, see what he says. And then on this bell housing, when you got that adapter on there, you know, your flex plate's gonna be on there so you can start the motor. Then you got the shim, and then he's got a metal plate just to put up against that torque converter. But I don't see a way on getting the torque converter bolts in it. When you put that plate up there, right here's how you get them out from the top. And then it's got an inspection hole. If you drop a torque converter bolt, I would imagine going to have to take and cut the bottom of the bell housing out so I can get the torque converter bolts onto that plate. Yeah, because I don't see nothing as far as a way to put the... You can take that starter out, but your flex plate's just up against the crank, and then it has a shim, and then that plate sticks out further away from all of the starter. It's just a way to start the motor and hook up the bell housing, or hook up the torque converter. So that torque converter, the way they got that, there's not going to be no room. I'm going to check it. I'm going to stick that plate up against that. I got to jack up the transmission, stick that plate up there. I don't think there's no way to bolt the torque converter up once you got that plate on there, unless you got a hole in this bell housing. I might have to take the plasma and burn out a hole big enough to stick my hand in there to bolt the torque converter up to the plate that's going to go on there. So you'll have to have the starter out and turn the plate until you can get it on the bottom, and then put the bolts for the torque converter. I'm gonna spray. I got it spray painted up just so it's got something on it to keep it from rusting so bad. But I'm gonna call him up, see what he has to say, and or if I gotta wait on some bolts or whatever. I was going to try to put it in today, to be honest. So probably going to be a little while. So we're going to take a break on it.